Good morning, good afternoon, welcome everybody. Talos Mobius here, and as always, I'm joined by Alter. How are you doing, Alter?
I'm hanging in there.
We totally did not record another video, and we're just taking the intro as always.
No, it's breaking the immersion.
Take this, fourth wall. Today,
But yeah, we did. We are getting back in the swing of recording more consistently again. There was a bit of growing pains there with just changes to Talos' schedule, changes to my schedule, just things that have come up in our respective lives. But we're figuring out how to reconcile those differences in just availability, and now we're going to be getting back to more steadily uploading.
well,
That's a
today is
lot of
coming.
and for just the first 30 seconds, but hopefully that's not a sign of things to come.
For the first Thundering Thursday back, first to the field. So let's look at the teams.
Well, this is interesting. I mean, unsurprisingly, we have two people playing the new mobile suit, but one of them is you, so we'll get to see the shiny new 700 from your perspective. Otherwise, I mean, I like the kind of it almost seems tongue in cheek to have the normal Sazabi in there, but I mean, it is a comfort pick for a
And
lot
the
of people. Like
Sinanju.
it's one of the Yeah. Well, that one, I mean, at least is a little. I mean, it's substantially different. But the Sazabi, like the traditional Sazabi, is a comfort pick for a lot of people. Like both that and the new are two of the more enduring 700 picks, and notably, they're still really solid. I think the new more so, but the Sazabi, after its last slew of buffs,
I
its
mean, you
last
could have
round of
called it
buffs.
a loud slew of buffs because that was something. That was a good set of buffs.
Yeah, it actually was. So I mean, yeah, it's definitely a lot more relevant now than it had been for a while there. But yeah, I digress. The Sazabi is a really solid kind of like frontlining blue raid-ish unit that's a little bit more well-rounded nowadays. The Proto Sazabi is, I mean, it's generally just a. My God, I can't do words right now. It's genuinely just like a red version of the Sazabi. Like the
Yeah.
kit is almost exactly the same. The Sananju is like the consummate blue raid. Like that's just exactly what it is. The Kshatriya is, I don't know how you even describe that really, but I mean it's one of the
The
best
bell
supports
pepper.
at cost. And I mean it revolves around the gimmick of its obnoxious binders that just like outright invalidates a lot of what you throw at it. And I guess on the other side, you have, interestingly, in this game, you have two people playing the new Proto Sazabi, but they're both on the same team. There's nobody in the
Yeah.
other team playing it. So we have the Sazabi FF, which I think has an insane amount of firepower, and it did just get buffed recently, so that's something to consider. I do think it's a little less consistent than the Kshatri is, but it can definitely put up some scary damage numbers. The Moon is just, I mean, it's a Vargwell with Fennec stuff going on, but it's easily one of the best 700 generals, and that also got buffed again recently. The Enhanced Double Zeta hasn't been buffed in a long time, but it just doesn't need it. It's so incredibly good. And while we're talking about things that have been buffed recently, the Unicorn got a very covert buff just to its melee modifiers, which actually brought it back to relevance again. Like you can, I think it's still not as good as the Norn overall, but I mean, at least now there's a reason to play it. Like you can consistently blow people up. The Delta Kai is one of the mobile suits that you can play in this game. I don't know why you would, but it exists. I'm gonna be honest. The Delta Kai is like it's not bad, but it is completely redundant. Like there's just no reason to play this if you have like the Traversi or something.
It's hard to class,
I
especially in this cost.
Oh, absolutely. But even at 650, it's like put it next to the Traversia. They are almost the exact same mobile suits doing almost the exact same things, and the Traversia just does basically all those things better. The only real gimmick you're getting here is you can transform, and its transformation gimmick isn't anywhere near as compelling as something like, say, the Anksha or the Zeta 3A, where it
Yeah.
really ties into what you're doing. It's like those are mobile suits that have transformation as part of their identity, and this is just like a mobile suit that also transforms. Like it's eh, eh, eh. But anyway,
Let's jump
I
into the
guess
match.
we'll get down to it.
Let's begin.
We're entering the combat area. Whoever's ready, sortie now.
Gameplay will be a bit on the lower end, obviously, for us to be able to talk over it.
That's okay. I think everybody's heard the staple GBO sound effects enough at this point.
Of course. Now, let's begin by covering this. The Proto Sazabi is what I honestly thought the Sazabi would have been.
Yeah, because I mean, the Sazabi is just very much a blue raid, and this is just a raid. And the kits are almost exactly the same. I mean, you have the extra melee swings. You have your chest shotgun is not as good, or sorry, chest torso cannon, naval, whatever the hell.
Yep.
But and you have, if I remember correctly, the primary is more or less on par with the Moon Long Rifle.
But slightly better. As you noticed, by the way, at the start of, I literally almost melted the Sazabi FF. The only reason I pulled back was because Haina, our mutual friend, requested for assistance, and somehow we all just decided to assist him. I'm not gonna complain though. Those new funnels are also exceptional because of their switching type. Being able to fire between the two of them is incredible.
Well, plus they take quite a while to overheat, especially compared to the Sazabi, like which have been buffed. Like they're better than they used to be as far as, or no, I think just the build stun got buffed. But either way, these are just better. And you don't even really care about the damage. You just care about the fact that it is a really consistent, reliable build stun with a big ASL that you can fire while boosting.
And they still do a respectable amount of damage. If you land all 6 hits on a support, you do an average of 6,000 damage. I almost ran out of breath there.
Yeah, true enough.
As you can already see... Sorry, proceed.
Oh, I was going to say, so far things are shaping up pretty well for your team. That was a very respectable first push. You got that immediate pick on the Sazabi FF, so that went a long way towards giving your team putting your team on the right side of the preffer differential.
Yep. And I should say the damage control really say, oh, we just watched that our number 5, the other Proto Sazabi melt the FF. The FF just did not exist.
Oh, absolutely not.
I was hoping to ride the cross, but I kind of failed it. Regardless, the heavy attack was still charged. And gone! 2 heavy attacks, both of them landed. One from me, one from my teammate. Again, incredible amounts of damage from the Sazabi, Proto Sazabi.
Something I find interesting is that the heavy attacks hitbox, like, just... It goes from just no active frames to just the entire hitbox is active, from what I can tell.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like you swing and then you hit them when the swing reaches them. Like, it's just like the minute it comes out, the entire hitbox just kind of like magically appears.
Yep. Thankfully, as you noticed, I still was able to get the assist. That was perfectly fine. It was a good time to die. We had pushed them all the way back to their base. Speaking up of the Kai.
I don't know why, but there's just something so like beautifully anticlimactic about that for me, and it being the dump ass Delta Kai makes it that much more enjoyable for me. But sorry to derail the more important.
Thankfully, the Sinanj over there caused me to respawn earlier, which means that we still have the front point. Once again, just taking front, because the Sazabi Prototype is an incredible frontliner. As you notice, I don't really bother about the suppressive effects, because it doesn't matter. And gone! Once again, they left their support. The Proto Sazabi plays kind of like a better enhanced Double Zeta, in my opinion. The reason why I'm saying that is it does everything that the enhanced Double Zeta wants to be doing. I unfortunately did not hit the Unicorn there, and I hit our Proto Sazabi. I said instantly sorry, because I was like, oh, that was a bad move. Now, that was a bit on a delay on the moon. And also, it's painted like the Vargul, one of your pet peeves in this game.
Yeah, that's something I'll go into another time, but I don't know. It's like, come on, man, you can do something more fucking creative than that. Yeah, so to your credit about enhanced double zeta, I think the skill list is less impressive, but you have a double dodge roll just out of the box, whereas the double zeta or the enhanced double zeta has no dodge rolls until you get in biosensor. That doesn't necessarily make it bad, but it is definitely a limiting factor, especially like if you were to say get pinned down on the first push. Like you come out there and you get jumped and like you get stun locked. you aren't getting out until the biosensor pops.
We should also mention that the enhanced double zeta does not have power accelerator level 2, which is a big deal in 700s, especially with the units that exist.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Ironically, the the full armor double zeta does have it. Oh, we love power creep, but I digress. Ooh.
Yeah, that was a rough counter. Pretty much the players that I was playing were from the opposite end of the region, not the western part, but the eastern part. So it's expected. Unfortunately, it was during those hours. So it's a mix and match. It's not same region plays, so don't see them as the same region plays.
So interestingly, we're seeing the exact thing that I was talking about, where it's like sometimes if you get the right, like as good as the enhanced double zeta is, and as much as I think people sleep on it, that is one big weakness it has. Situationally, somebody gets just the perfect pick, and you are just locked out of the game for an extended period until your biosensor pops.
And thankfully, in that case, either another enhanced double zeta, narrative C-packs, or ironically now the Proto Sazabi are the picks that you want to have for that. As you can see, also the match is kinda lopsided right now, heavily so, one would say.
Yeah, the first push was like, I mean, it was a good first push, but it wasn't quite a commanding lead, or quite so commanding a lead as this. This is pretty nuts.
Here I want to just get a heavy for the funnies, because we were winning by such a landslide, where I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna walk. But I got stunned, unfortunately. So, here we are. Oh well, am I right?
You memed too close to the sun, I guess.
I always meme too close to the sun.
I mean, sometimes you just want to do
the funny.
It's just like sometimes you just want to hit like a heavy tack or something, because they're just like they're satisfying to land. They're big, stupid
attacks,
like over the top, insane. Like you see the big number and you're like, oh man, that's awesome.
So the reason I rolled right there was to get in there as quickly as possible, because Hyena was relatively low on health, but I was like, you know what? That's where I'm going in now. That's where I'm going in. I'm gonna be just his big, meaty shield, because damage control. And he hits that amazing beam ray. Either the bombing is about to collapse, then it catches some unfortunate soul, just decimating them right there in the corner. You probably already witnessed it. So seeing how pretty much it was game over, I decided I'm low on health. That Moon Gundam deserves to just have a little bit of fun. Biosensor activation saves me from getting stunned there. And, you know, you'd think that I'd be dead by now. I don't know how I was not. I was playing Ring Around the Rosie. I was faster than the moon. I was able to lock on quick air. And, well, one nice stun, another nice stun, and Dyna shooting past me and hitting him as well. I survived. It's a miracle. But that calls the end of the match with a very, very respectable lead.
Yeah, that was definitely a decisive victory, to say the least. And you had top damage in the game.
And top diversions. Right there. I also think that it was pretty good on Pursuit Assist, but... oh yeah, first.
Yeah, I'll say.
But that, once again, proves that it might be a 3-star, it might not be a general, but sometimes you shouldn't sleep on a very good Sazabi.
Yeah, I mean, I think 700 kind of has a similar situation to 600, where the generals are just crazy and meta warping, and they're doing just insane shit that the things in, like, just the overall power budget seems higher than they seem for the other roles. But in contrast to 600, where the best raids still feel kind of tame for what they are, the 700 raids all have some kind of dirt. Like, you know, you have, obviously, this thing has everything you just saw. The new FF has the obnoxious lock-on funnels. The Sanaju Stein has the active purge, which is just like, I mean, it's concentrated bullshit as a game mechanic. So yeah, and I mean, even like things like level 2 stuff that is still very meta relevant at 700, like the Vargwell, for instance, or the narrative C-packs. Like, I mean, you have the Psycho Flick. So yeah, like it's nice that the raids can still hang. And I guess that is also one benefit to them putting out things like the Full Armor Double Zeta and the new heavy weapon system, is that it creates more demand for these raids. Like when it was really, really just at the heart of Norn meta, it wasn't even uncommon to see comps that had no raids, because why would you bother? The Norns can kill the supports, and the Norns just like absolutely devour the raids. But now it's things have kind of settled down a little bit more. You see more variety at 700 than you used to, which is really nice. It's ironically there's more variety at 700 than there is at 550,
which is
where
really funny.
there's considerably more stuff to play at 550. Like just as far as like not like what's good, but just overall options are obviously much smaller at 700, which just kind of makes sense. And yeah, still somehow it is a more diverse and varied meta than we see at 550, not 500. But yeah, I think that about covers it. I'd say this made a pretty strong case for the Proto Sazabi.
I would agree as well. I think that it's an exceptional mobile suit. For those interested, and you are able to ever pick it up, because I think by the time that we're posting this, the new mobile suit is out already. So
Oh, it is.
because this is going up for a Thundering Thursday, and the day that we're recording is not Thundering Thursday, unfortunately.
We'll keep you guessing as to exactly what day it is. But yeah, I think what stands out to me the most, especially having seen more of it, is that nobody really considered how stupid it would be to have just the base Sazabi melee options, but with an extra swing on each. Like, that really goes a long way. Like, maybe I just haven't seen / played enough Nightingale. I don't have the Nightingale on console or PC. But maybe that's why I wasn't considering it. But yeah, like, just having that extra, like, 3 hits instead of 2 on both those options really goes a long way. Like, a lot further than you would expect it to. Or at least than I would expect it to. I don't know.
Regardless, I think that we covered the video nicely, if I were to say so myself. I'm pretty happy with how that match turned out to be, and I hope it entertained you as well, all equally.
Yeah, I hope if you've been on the fence about the Proto Sazabi, or if you've been hearing some of the kind of more conflicting discourse on it, because I know a lot of people are saying it, like, the early impression was that it wasn't good. Maybe this will get you to reconsider that, because I personally am not seeing where this thing comes up short.
I agree. Either way, I hope that you all enjoyed. And we'll see you on the battlefield, right, Walter?
We will do just that.
Have an excellent day, people.